I walked into the kitchen when I was 10 years old, and my mom and dad were discussing that my sister Lori would not be able to live past the next year without a kidney transplant. As they were discussing this, I had said to them, "Mom, Dad, I'm going to donate my kidney to Lori." And they looked at me and they said, "We appreciate your willingness, but son, you're way too young. You're 10 years old." And even after they told me that, I still said, I'm going to donate a kidney to her. Miraculously, Lori was able to go another 9 years before a transplant was needed. But during this time, life was not necessarily rosy or easy for her. Her high school years were spent being very tired, very lethargic. She was not able to attend a lot of events, do things with friends. She just had no energy. Because of this 9-year lapse, I was now old enough to be able to donate to her. Because of the transplant, Lori was now full of life. I think that's the best way that I can describe her. She was now able to go to school. She then met the man of her dreams, Dave. They ended up getting married, which is something Lori thought was never going to happen. Once again, Lori defied what she was told would never happen to her, and she gave birth to David Lee, which truly was a miracle because she was told that this would never happen. Looking back and seeing this, how happy she was. What an honor, what a privilege, and what a humbling opportunity I was blessed to have to sit back and to see, wow, look what this transplant did. It gave Lori her life. Lori got married. We now have a son who we were told never gonna be here. Look at what a transplant can do to change people's lives. Having seen the miracle of transplantation and the positive effects of how it can change someone's life and their way of life, it was kind of ironic that years later that I would be put in the same situation, that rather than being a donor, that I was now going to be on the receiving end of a transplant. I was having difficulty for about 1.5 years of pain going down both sides of my arms, through my hands, through my fingers, and I wasn't able to do the simple things in life that normally I was able to do. Typing was painful to the fingertips. Holding a coffee cup, I would start to shake and I'd have to grab my other hand, put it underneath because I would have dropped it. Hugging my wife, my daughters, was painful. I was feeling pretty helpless. I was feeling that I was not only not able to rely on myself or provide for myself, I was also feeling that I wasn't able to provide for my wife and my daughters. After I had the MRI, it showed that I had a narrowing in my spinal column, and this narrowing is called spinal stenosis, but I had a severe form of it, and it was specifically at vertebrae C4 through C6. The surgeon had presented to me that if I didn't have the surgery, that it would be irreversible. So I only had one option, and that was to have the surgery. The surgeon presented the option of using donated bone, or I could use a type of a manufactured spacer to increase the spinal column and take the pressure off my spinal cord. The surgeon had recommended to go with the donated bone because the healing process would be better, my body would accept it better, and the longevity of it would be substantial. Since the surgery, I have regained all my strength back. I no longer have the pain in my fingertips. I can now again play catch with my daughters. I can go fishing. The donated bone that I received has allowed me to once again live my life pain-free. I am no longer held hostage to the pain that I was feeling every second of every moment of every day. I was able to see the incredible impact that donation had in my sister Lori's life and how receiving a kidney changed her life in ways we never thought was possible. And I was also able to be on the receiving end to see what incredible life-altering experience tissue donation has had in my life. And without it, I would still be suffering. Without this incredible life-changing opportunity of tissue donation, I would not be able to once again live my life the way I truly want to live it.